replace workers with AI. AI here, AI everywhere. Of course, we're going to have low quality output. 700 workers is not a small amount of people. AI models are just built to make us feel like we are better, like they are down and we are up. Is this thing on? What's up, my amazing friends on the internet? Welcome back to another video. If you tuned in into last week's video, you know we went for a run. It was amazing. I didn't run for much, but it was still an amazing time. I met a lot of amazing people, both in tech and not in tech. It was a great time. I took a couple of footage. I'm gonna add a video of the footage right now. Damn. Look at this glorious sight. It was flawless, impeccable. I do love these runs because it enables me to get away from everything we have going on in tech and focus on life. It is just an amazing experience to just go for a walk on a sunny day or go for a run on a sunny day. Nothing better than that. Talking about what is going on in tech and how I want to get away from that, trust me, it is with a reason. So for the last 2 years, we've been told that AI is the future. Use AI, learn AI, replace workers with AI. AI here, AI everywhere. Now, something strange is happening. We've had a couple of people who have lost their jobs because of AI. And companies that have rushed to replace people with AI are rushing back to bring them back to replace AI, if that makes sense, of course. I genuinely think they are not the only ones hitting the wall here. I think many of us are experiencing something called AI fatigue. And in today's video, we're going to talk about why it's happening and what we can do about it. So I believe some of these companies who have replaced humans with AI and were pushing forward with replacing their current workers with AI is mainly Duolingo and Klarna. Now, for those of you who don't know what Duolingo is, it's basically a language learning app. And Klarna is an app, I believe, I've never used it before, but I believe it's an app that you sort of use to split payments or something like that. It's kind of like a credit payment or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. Now, regarding Duolingo, I think this headline is pretty much self-explanatory. Duolingo launches 148 courses created with AI after sharing plans to replace contractors with AI. So Duolingo is introducing 148 new language courses that were created with generative AI. And the company announced on Wednesday the launch comes as Duolingo has been facing backlash with weeks of sharing that it was going to replace contractors with AI and become an AI first company. I think this one is very important here because when you say you're an AI first company, it means AI is basically at the center of majority of things you do. So personally, my own personal opinion on this is really crazy that a lot of these companies are replacing their contractors, workers with AI and prioritizing using generative AI over using actual humans to create their courses or to do work within their company. So I'm going to be adding the links to the articles we are viewing in this video so you can access them. So after this decision by this company, Duolingo, they receive a humongous amount of backlash from users. Now, it says here that Duolingo CEO backtracks on AI push, says that human workers still needed. Going all in on AI at the expense of humans, like human workers, might save money. And I honestly do agree. Most of these companies are, I would say, selfish because they think, okay, if we replace person A or if we replace John Doe or John with AI, it simply means that we're going to spend less money. And to be honest, that's not always the case because we have things like tokens that are or can be quite expensive. But the backlash from users can outweigh the financial benefits. And the learning app Duolingo, whose CEO recently said AI would replace contract workers, has reversed course, stating that the company would continue to hire. So the company is going to continue to hire humans, and that humans are like their human employees will still receive support. To be honest, I don't know what these companies are thinking when they're going down this route personally, but I do believe that the idea is to make a lot more profit while spending less money. And honestly, with AI, it's not entirely always the case. And now we have the exact same story with Klarna, who replaced 700 workers. Now, the fintech CEO wants human back after 40 billion fall. And I honestly, like, I keep saying this, like, I don't know what most of these companies are thinking when they're replacing these huge amount of workers. Like, this is 700 workers is not a small amount of people. Like, they are replacing like a lot of their employees with AI. And of course, they receive backlash as well. And they are rehiring engineers or they are rehiring their employees. So in this other article, it talks about how Klarna is rehiring humans again as AI replacement offers low quality output. And I'm gonna keep saying this. Of course, we're going to have low quality output. You know what? I personally think that you would not have the best quality output out there if you delegate the entirety of your work to AI. If you tell AI, okay, if you just prompt an AI system, tell it, hey, build me this, make no mistakes, as people generally say it, you're gonna have something, but it's gonna have a humongous amount of bugs, humongous amount of useless code that is just sitting there doing nothing. Now, don't get me wrong, AI is useful, but if you are someone who doesn't know how to code or someone who is basically, if you're more of a business person, I wouldn't really recommend you using AI to build software because if it makes an error, you don't know how to fix it. And sometimes when I'm using AI as well, I get to a point where it makes so much silly mistakes. Even the smartest models we have out there, they just keep making these silly mistakes. And sometimes I ask myself, okay, people say these models are going to replace us humans. And I'm like, nope, nope. We have another 50 years to go. Okay, now maybe not 50 years, but you get my point, right? Most of these models, the benchmarks, as they put it, which are sometimes fabricated. We've seen news, we've seen what most of these companies are doing. I'm not going to call names of these companies, but essentially these companies say they are smart, but they're not as smart as we think. You can't just delegate huge amount of task to an AI system and expect it to do it without any mistakes. That's not how it works. You need to have an engineer, you need to have an architect look at the code and review the code and see, okay, this one is good, this one is not good. Why did the AI do it here like this? This is not the best way to do it. And basically just fix the code and make it work. You know, code is not just code that runs. There's equally optimization to be done on the code. So my personal opinion on this is I wouldn't really recommend a company to fire engineers because it thinks that, okay, AI can do all of the work. Now, what I would suggest to most of these companies, of course, I'm probably a nobody, but if you have a company or if you're planning to replace your human workers or you think that AI can do everything, you're just overthinking. You just over calculating and overestimating, because AI cannot do everything. These systems are not intelligent. They are not as smart as we think. It's just prediction. It's just numbers. It's just math. So this is my thought on this one. These companies are replacing, they are rehiring back, and I think it's a huge mistake on their side for even replacing these engineers, replacing these contractors or workers in the first place. Now, like I said, AI is an incredible tool. I think AI is probably, or if not the biggest human creation we have ever done. But I personally think that not all human tasks can be automated successfully. That's just my personal opinion. These companies are not the only ones hitting a wall. I think we are all hitting a wall here. We are all feeling overwhelmed. At this rate, I feel like every single week we have a new model drop, tool, orchestration framework, and AI startup, and everything in between. Constant pressure to stay updated is incredibly huge. And a lot of us are fearing that we might be outdated, or we might not catch up with the latest AI news. Too many YouTube videos, too many threads on Twitter or X, too many product launches. I feel like I'm at risk that I might be sleeping today and wake up tomorrow and we have GPT 7 or 8 or something like that. Just of recent, Anthropic dropped their latest model. I think that's 4.8, if I'm not mistaken, of course. The model is incredible. People say the model, the benchmarks, and everything in between. And if you're someone that is not staying updated on this, you would feel left out, to be honest. It is incredibly stressful to have to stay updated with all what's going on around in the AI community. And personally, I think all of this is making us really tired. If you're not tired, personally, I am tired. I am exhausted. Every single day we have an AI tool that drops, an AI company that launches. All of these things is just so much to take in. And personally, sometimes I feel like I'm just gonna blow up. It is insane. I just feel really, really tired sometimes. I just want to go out for a run. I just want to, go out for a walk, or I don't know, go to the beach or something, and just enjoy life and not have to think about, oh, hey, Anthropic dropped a new model. Oh, there's this new tool that came out. Oh, OpenAI just released a new model. OpenAI released a new voice model on their API, live speech. Google just dropped Nano Banana 2.5 or whatsoever thing. All of this is just driving me crazy. If you think this is driving you crazy as well, just know that you are not alone. And the reality is, you don't want to be that person in the room where people are talking about the latest model or the latest news about the AI community and what model was released just a couple of hours ago, and you're just sitting there not knowing essentially what to say because you didn't get updates from one particular YouTuber that makes videos about AI news. By the way, if you want to get AI news, subscribe to this YouTube channel because we do cover some AI news. Not every time, but sometimes the major ones, we do cover them. So you don't want to be that person at the party or in the room that doesn't know the latest AI model that came out, doesn't know the advancements in AI, in open source AI models that dropped, what model to go to if you want to maybe train a model that sort of understands language more, or this or that. All of this information is incredibly stressful. You have to keep track with everything that's going on. And sometimes I just look at myself and I'm like, gosh, this is a lot to take in. And sometimes I might have an idea of a tool I want to work with. I just have to, talk to that AI model and try to brainstorm with it. And majority of the time, it just gives me generic answers. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, most of these answers, I probably would have thought about them. But another thing I have noticed about AI is the sycophancy. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it well, but essentially, I realized that most of these models recently, when I've been using most of these models, I realized that they tend to agree a lot with what I say. Oh yeah, this is the best architecture you have ever made. Okay, this is engineering ingenuity. This is this is that. The AI models are just built to make us feel like we are better, like we are in control, like they are down and we are up. It is crazy. And I have read some research papers about this, and honestly, it is really, really concerning. And to wrap up with today's video, I'm going to share with you guys a couple of tips that I do to personally not be so much exhausted about all of what is going on in the AI industry. Personally, I decided to stop chasing every AI release. Okay, if I get a notification, if I don't, it's totally fine. Now, I pick small tools to build with. I don't try to understand every single tool out there. I just get a very small tool or a couple set of tools and I learn them deeply. And I focus on solving real problems instead of collecting tools, if you get what I mean. Another thing I do is I consume less of AI news and more of practical content. And I remember that being productive matters much more than being first. Equally, AI should reduce stress, not create it. That's just my personal opinion. AI is not going away, but neither are humans. The goal isn't to keep up with everything. The goal is to use AI intentionally and sustainably. So tell me, are you guys equally experiencing AI fatigue, or am I the only crazy person out here? And what are those AI tools that you use daily you cannot do without? AI tools, of course. And what are some of those tools that you started using and then you later abandoned them because you didn't think they were actually worth it? If you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for sticking around up to this point. You are amazing. Please like this video, hype this video, share with your friends, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Yeah, I'm tired. I feel like this is shorter. Okay. Yeah, this is way better. AI is not going anywhere. Neither are us. AI is not going anywhere. Neither are us humans. And we need to stick out to each other. We need to look after each other. Yeah, I think this one should work, right? What about this one? But I feel like my head is a little... Oh, this is better, but put this a little bit up, maybe not too much. AI is here and it's not going anywhere. If you enjoyed this video, please don't laugh. Yeah, guys, I was tired while making this video. I'm probably gonna head out for a walk again. Well, tell me if you guys do enjoy these bloopers. I'm seeing quite a spike in my analytics towards the end of the video. Do you guys enjoy bloopers? We might have a whole series of bloopers. I've decided to make my channel not very serious anymore. I'm trying to have things a little bit relaxed, you know? Okay, I'm going for real this time. Peace.